These are our quantitative results from the antibiotic resistance experiment laid out on an Excel sheet. Our results came out pretty close to what we were expecting, with there just being a few unexpected or skewed results. We expected there to be 106 LB cultures on the LB plate and 53 LB cultures on the A&P plate. We were surprised to see that we observed 0 cultures on the A&P plate. This could have been due to a little bit of alcohol still being on the glass rod, which killed the cultures, or not allowing our glass rod to properly cool before spreading it across. We expected there to be 160 LB with A&P cultures on the LB plate, which is what we observed, but we are expecting 80 LB with A&P cultures on the A&P plate, so we are surprised to see 95, which is a lot more. Lastly, we expected to see 106 LB cultures on the LB plate, which is what we observed, and 53 LB with A&P cultures on the LB plate, which we ended up seeing 160, which again is a lot more than we were expecting. Overall, we ended up observing a lot more cultures on the LB with A&P cultures on both the A&P and LB plates. We predicted that on our LB cultures, there will be more colonies on the LB plate without any A&P added to it. Our predictions were mostly correct since we got a low chi-square value of 0 for the LB cultures on the LB plate. However, we got a 53 chi-square value for the LB culture on the A&P plate because we did not see any colonies form on the plate. The LB with A&P cultures, we predicted there to be more colonies formed on the LB plate with A&P than the LB plate, which our results didn't match since we ended up seeing 160 colonies on the LB plates with a chi-square value of 0 and 95 on the A&P plate with a chi-square value of 2.81. So our predictions weren't correct, but the chi-square value of 2.81 still isn't a bad chi-square. It was somewhat close to what we were expecting. Lastly, for comparison C, for the cultures grown on the LB plate, we predicted there to be more colonies formed on the LB cultures than on the LB with A&P cultures. Our predictions were correct since we see a chi-square value of 0 for the LB cultures and a very large chi-square value of 216 for the LB with A&P cultures, which could have been due to the fact that we saw a lot more colonies than we thought we would. I noticed in the beginning I was referring to a lot of the colonies as cultures, so I apologize for the confusion there.
When we calculated our p-values, our chi-square of 0 got us a p-value of 1 because there was no difference between our observed and expected. The data perfectly matches the expectation. Our very small p-value of 0.0001 indicates that there actually is a highly significant difference between our observed and expected, so they are unlikely to have occurred by chance. For our second experiment, again, our chi-square value of 0 got a p-value of 1, so there was no difference between our observed and expected. For our second data point, the chi-square of 2.81 got us a p-value of 0.0936, which compared to our significance level of 0.05 indicates that this result is not statistically significant, so our results could be due to random chance or sampling variability. For our third and last experiment, again, a chi-square of 0 got a p-value of 1, and our chi-square value of 216 actually also got us a small p-value, 0.001, which indicates that, again, there is a highly significant difference between our observed and expected, and they are unlikely to have occurred by chance. What we learned in this experiment is how to dilute, grow, and handle bacteria using aseptic technique. We learned how different types of bacteria can grow to be resistant in different environments. And putting together all we learned about bacteria in this experiment and in lecture, as the next step, putting that to use in future classes and experiments would be the better thing to do.